Very good one. Okay. Okay. Okay, we're live, I guess. We're live. Okay. I think we're good. Good morning, everybody. Just trying to make sure everything is set up. Only thing I need to really make sure of is my timer, which is now set up. Putting it to the side so I can just see myself at the same time. Okay. Good morning, everybody. It's a Saturday morning. It is 7:30. We're starting a little late, but we're gonna do this. If you think that you're not much of a morning person and you don't really want to get out of bed on a Saturday morning to do a workout, just know me too. Don't worry, you're not the only one. But we're gonna get it done. We're gonna have a good time, and we're gonna push ourselves. So we've got a few. It's a total body workout today, and so we're gonna do a lower body focus, and then we're gonna do an upper body focus. And so we are gonna use some weights if you have them. If you don't have them, most of these can be done body weight, and you'll be absolutely fine. You'll still feel really good burn. But if you do have some weights, then I would recommend setting that up. I am going to adjust mine because I recently had to carry it upstairs, and so it's currently set to the very heavy one, the one that Mitchell can carry, which I can carry it, but to do any exercise with it, not quite. So I'm going to make it a little bit lighter so that I can actually do this. Also, this is my first time using these mics, so please let me know how the audio is for it. And if I keep tapping it and like it keeps hitting and things like that, then I apologize. I think I'm just going to need one. I'm just going to do one heavy one and then carry it just like that. So also to save with time. Okay, so we're going to start off with our warm-up anyways. So for reference, this is my weight I'm going to use. I'm not 100% sure how much is on there. There's 5 kilos, 10 kilos, then however much the bar is. So yeah, we're about, I don't know, I think it's maybe like 12 kilos. I'm not 100% sure. If you know pounds, then just double that, and that'll be roughly the amount that you have in pounds. I'm going to be working with that amount, which you may not be able to work with that amount. You may have to work with less. I'm sorry if my video is not streaming great. My laptop decided to, I just turned it on and it's acting a little slow. So it's a little concerning. I'm just hoping that it's going to be fine. It's going to behave for us this morning. But we're going to start off with our warm-up because we're going to be doing both lower and upper body. And we want to really make sure that we've warmed everything up and we've got ourselves going, get our heart rate up. So I did this last time, but we're just going to do some arm swings. This time we're going to go to the front. So just bringing it round and then to the back. So you see, all the way to the back. In the upper body section, we've got some work on our chest and our back. So we really want to stretch that out, getting ourselves ready. Also, I hope that you read your Rhapsody this morning. And every time I say like, oh, did you read your Rhapsody today? There's a Seymour song and it's like, did you read your Rhapsody today? Anyways, we don't need to have my singing, especially not at this time of the morning. Let's do arm circles round. But yes, did you read your Rhapsody this morning? I was talking about Jesus' sacrifice, and that he died for one, and so that it was basically talking about the principle of substitution and how we get to now live in that and get to share that message with the whole world. And so it's a beautiful message. So we're going to just do some leg pulls. So this one, you're not aiming to hold it for very long. In the cool down, you will hold it for a lot longer. But in the warm up, you're just trying to activate those muscles, trying to get some blood going into those areas. So you're just doing a quick pull. If you want an extra stretch, you can stretch it a little bit forward. If you need some extra balance, you can just grab a wall. I should also pre-warn that in the second half of this warm-up, of this workout, you're going to need a bench. I mean, you don't actually need a bench, but if you have one, it'll be good. If you don't have a bench, you can use a chair. That's totally fine as well. So we're just going to do some squats, just body weight squats. Yeah, it'll be good to have that because we're going to do some tricep dips, just help give you some extra range of motion. You are able to also just do it on a mat, and I'll show you that modification as well. In case you don't have a bench, I do have a bench available to me, so I'll just bring that out at the right time. Okay, I mean, it's probably not the most complete warm-up. We're just going to do some, get our heartbeat going a little higher. So we're going to do some jumping jacks and then some high knees, and then we're going to jump straight into it. So we're going to do this very long. We did the cardio the other day. We don't need to do another cardio. We're just trying to here build some strength. And yeah, as I say, if you don't have weights, that's totally fine. You can get a really good burn without it. And if you do have weights, make sure that you can do it without the weights first, so that you're not compromising your form as you're doing it. Okay, so I'm hoping that you're going to be able to see everything. Like, move my mat back so that we can see everything. I really need to move this. As beautiful as it is not the most functional for this video. So we're going to get cracking. Let me set my timer up. So we're going to do 40 seconds on, 20 seconds rest. We're going to try and do a pulse towards the end. So just focusing on not going full the way to the top.
Ready,
set, go! Okay, I'm going to reset that so that we don't have that problem. It literally didn't even have that at the beginning. Okay, so we're going to start off with a goblet squat. So if you have a weight, you're going to bring it up into the center like this. Mine's a bit bulky, so it's hard to get effectively. Pushing your arms down into the center like this. And then we're just going to do a simple squat. Simple squat. Making sure you can get a good range of motion on it. And you're going to brace your core as you're doing it. I'm going to show you from different angles. So you can see what is going on. And then we're going to do some pulses. So as we go down, we're not going to go fully up. So up, down. Ooh, you're going to really start to feel that burn. There we are. Ooh.
Ready, set, go!
Why is this sound on? I told you, I don't want your sound on. Okay, next up, we're going to do single leg reverse lunges. So you're going to grab your weight. I'm just going to hold it in this hand. And then you're just going to reverse lunge. So I'll show you like that. So bringing it up, just all on one side for the time being, because we're going to use the other leg in just a second. Whew, you should feel this in your glute, especially. Doing that reverse lunge helps to focus more on the glute rather than the quad. And then I'm just going to do some pulses. Whew. Yeah, hopefully you can feel this. So if you don't have a weight, this is totally fine. If you don't have a weight and you need to feel the burn a little better throughout the entire exercise, then consider just doing pulses basically the whole way through. Might help you feel the burn a little better. Oh, this is what I was concerned about. It's like those days when there's a lot, it takes a lot of breath out of you. So we're just going to do the same other side. But we're going to make it work. Oh, we can still yap. We can totally still yap, right? So yeah, making sure you feel that burn on that front leg, keeping your chest up, your core connected, engaged. Just going to do my pulses now. I didn't quite figure out how to get the timer to be set for. Oh, I really felt that. Next up, we're going to do a sumo squat. So we're going to hold it in a goblet squat position, or you can hold it in between your legs, and then you're going to have your legs stretched outwards, toes pointing towards like 45 out. Then you're going to squat down. And again, if you don't have that weight, you might just want to not go fully up. Either way, for squats, to help maintain your position, you might find it best not to go all the way to the top, because you want to keep everything engaged that entire work session. Oh, I'm going to feel this by the end. Okay, pulses. I'm really going to feel this. And I really should have drank more water. Oh. Okay, we're going to do this whole session again. The timer is still going. I just really need some water. So we're going to do a goblet squat next. Regular position. So about hip width apart. If you need to go a little bit wider because of your anatomy, like your femurs, depending on the length of your femurs, also depending on your range of motion, so your mobility in your knees and your hips, you may have to either go a little bit wider. You can also elevate your heels. That can also help to give you a better range of motion. Now I'm going to do pulses. Oh, the burn is very, very real. Oh, stretch that out a little bit. Oh, we're going to do our reverse, our single leg reverse lunges next. So, okay, let's go. Whew. So making sure our chest is up, our arms are drawn back. I sort of just keep my hand out for added stability. Oh man, my legs are out here wobbling. So you know, I'm getting a good workout. I'm not just doing for this video. This is also my workout for the day. Oh my goodness. So I'm out here, I'm sweating with you. Just know you're having a tough time. So man, I have to yap through it as well. So, oh my goodness. Can really feel it. My weight wants to roll away. So, after this one, we only have sumo squats, and then we get a little water break. So let's go. Reverse lunge. This is like awkward because I'm just going to face this way so I can see the timer a bit better. Honestly, I just like using the mat because it gives a little cushioning under the foot, because I like to work out barefoot. One of the added benefits of working out at home, in my opinion, because then I don't have to think about what shoes I'm wearing, if they're like actually appropriate for the exercise that you're doing, or if it would just be better to be barefoot. Oh, okay, that's it. I low-key cheated at the end of that one. Didn't quite finish it very well. Next up is the sumo squat. If I had drank more, this would also be easier. But I literally woke up, I got out of bed at like 7:10. So, as I said before, this is not comfortable for any of us. But well done. You showed up for yourself. You're gonna feel so much better at the end of this. And if you've not moved your body in a while, don't get discouraged if you're like, I don't know if I can finish a full 40-second rep. I don't know if I can do those pulses like that. I don't know if I can get that range of motion. And I'm not even doing it with weight. That's fine. The key thing here is you're getting yourself going. You've started. And like once you get started, you've got those endorphins going. Those endorphins are going to help you the next time. So Tuesday, you're gonna have a bit more energy to want to turn up. Even if you've got that burn afterwards, it's gonna feel so good. I love a good burn. So, this is time to go into the chat. This is our water break. It's time to go into the chat. Let me know how you're feeling. Let me know how the burn is. If you're having a good time, let me just make sure I can see it on my laptop. For some reason, this is not signed in. Yeah, I'm not going to do that one on there. Oh well, I'll have to check the chat later, but that's fine. You can interact with each other, saying, yo, this girl, I know what she's doing to me because this is not what I thought I was signing up for. Trust me, it's exactly what you signed up for. To make improvement, to get yourself feeling better, to improve your body, you got to go through that pain. There's no easy way around it. You got to put yourself through it. You know, they say no pain, no gain. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. They all have some level of truth to it. So training is never fun, but it's also always necessary, and it's always going to make you feel so much better at the end of this. So this is where we're going to pull out a bench if you have one. So I'm just going to show you quickly the exercises that we're going to do. So we're going to start off with push-ups. And I will show you some variations with the push-ups, because as much as we say, oh, just do push-ups, a lot of people don't have the strength yet to be able to complete a full rep, right? And so if you're not strong enough yet to do a full rep, that's fine. Honestly, my push-ups, they could be better, you know. I'm actively working on the technique for them. So first of all, technique that I found out, that if you push your hands down, when you push your hands down, you sort of think about rotating them out, and it helps keep your elbows tucked under. So you'll see, like, if I'm pushing them out, you're gonna help keep those elbows tucked in, which is gonna get you a better movement, which I was not doing before. Something I also have to actively work on is like keeping my neck actually straight, so looking slightly ahead of me. And then, so you can do this on your knees. So I'm going to show you the knees variation in a second. But the first variation is to do it on an elevated surface, right? So you don't really want to do it against a wall, because you don't get that full range of arc of motion that your arms go through. But if you do it on an elevated surface, you're going to get that a lot better. So I'll show you on the bench. So you're going to have your arms about shoulder width apart, and then you're going to push down and up. So you're just going to push down and up. If that's too hard, you can still also do this on your knees against the bench, and you're going to help get that range of motion, you're going to feel it in your chest. The key thing is you're going to feel it in your chest and your arms. So if you're able to do that comfortably, then try doing it on your knees. You can then also do it on your legs, and then you can also do on your knees. I have to push it a little bit away so I get a better range of motion. This is one that I'm probably mostly going to do. I'll start off on my legs and then see from there. Yeah, you can do it on your knees, keeping those abs engaged. So this is honestly quite a strong core workout. We want to keep your ribs in line with your hips. So you're not rotating outwards, your bones sticking out, your belly sticking out. So a lot of people naturally have an anterior pelvic tilt, which I fixed in myself last year. So you just want to tuck your bum under, keep it engaged, keep it straight. And then that's how you're going to do that. If you're able to do the full on your legs, then do that. I'm going to start off there and then probably drop down. And you can do the same. If you start off on one, start off on the hardest one that you can do. And then if you have to drop down, drop down. Then you're going to do tricep dips. So if you have a bench, then use it. You're going to be able to have your legs out. Then we're going to dip. The further out your legs, the harder that this is going to be on you. If you have it really close, it's not going to be as hard. And then if you don't have a bench or a chair available to you, you can do this on the floor. So you just have your arms behind you, bring your hips up off the ground. And then here, you just want to really focus on the fact that it's not going to be as big range of motion. It's more like a pulse. But you don't want to just be moving your hips up and down. That's not what we're aiming for. That's a whole other exercise. So you just want to be focusing on your arms. And then we're going to do bent over row, one on each side. That's going to be using the weight. I was really trying to think of an alternative to this without, if you don't have a weight. So this is what you're going to do. If you have a weight, is you're going to do bent over row. So you're going to bring it up and you're going to focus on putting the weight in your back pocket. If you don't have a weight, this is what I'm going to get you to do. So it's a pike push-up. So you're going to get into downward dog position. So in your downward dog position, and then you're going to push up. So same thing as before, but you're going to push up. You may not have as strong a range of motion. It's going to work a different muscle than what we're going to work on with the rows, but it's going to be still a good workout anyways. Have to be careful when I'm going from up and down, changes the blood pressure and everything. But we're going to get cracking on that. Hopefully the audio doesn't come on. There we go. So we're going to start off with our push-ups. I'm going to start off on the floor, on my hands, and on my legs. Oh, okay, I can really not see that very well. So this one, you don't need to do pulses. Again, if you are feeling you want to get that burn, extra burn, you can absolutely go ahead and for the last few seconds, do some pulses. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm gonna draw down. Oh. And again, like the lower body round, we're gonna do this twice through. So you're really gonna feel that burn by the end of today. Oh, I'm gonna have to tilt my laptop screen down a little bit so I can see myself a little better and everything going on. So next up is the tricep dips. So I already showed you the two variations for that. So we're gonna get into place. And you can absolutely just do this off a chair. I was going to bring a chair in and show you with a chair, but I did not. So you just imagine it's the same thing as you have a chair. Oh my goodness. Oh, honestly, So my triceps are something that I never really saw my triceps, and then recently I like just put my arms down and like basically flexed my tricep, not necessarily on purpose. And then I was like, yo, I have triceps. I can see them. I was like very proud. Oh my goodness. My arms are really feeling this already. So I'm going to do my bent over rows each side. Oh my goodness. So I'm going to start off with my left side, and I'm going to do my right side. So if you are just doing the pike push-ups, you're just going to do the pike push-ups twice around. This up, so I have something better to lean against. So just focusing on bringing it into my back pocket. So really with your weighted movements, or just any movements really, the best variation that you can do to maximize your effort is to focus on that pulling part, or like whatever the active motion is. So in push-ups is the push up. And then on the other part of the motion, you're going to go slower. So you want to get like a power move. So sort of do it quite powerfully and athletically on that. So in this case, it's the row. So you're going to focus on the pull. It's going to be strong, powerful, and then you're going to slowly bring it down. So switching it over the sides. Okay. This is where the angle is not the best for the camera, but I'm sure you can forgive me for that. Whew. So yeah, nice strong pull, and then release it down. Release it down. You're going to feel this quite a lot in your back, as well as your arms. That is the aim. You're going to feel it in your lats. Your lats are down the sides. Good way to think of your lats is like when you're lifting your shopping bags, you're going to be carrying them. You're going to be feeling it down there. So next up, we're going to do our push-ups again. So back to the top. See, it goes very quickly, right? Oh my goodness. Let's see if I can do the entire time on my legs. See, my range of motion is not the best. It's always the guys. They're always like, oh, your technique is not that great. Yeah, I know. Okay, I have to switch down. Whew. Yeah, we're working on it. Okay, that's why we showed up today. That's why we showed up, to get better, to get stronger. If you're thinking, I don't know if I can do this, just know you can do all things through Christ who gives you strength. You know, a pet peeve of mine is people using like not very encouraging verses when it comes to exercise. It's like the only verse that they can think of is where it says bodily exercise profited little. It's like, well, we're doing bodily exercise, so it's probably not the strongest Bible verse to quote for doing a workout. I can think of many better ones. For example, I can do all things through Christ who gives me strength. That your body is a temple of the Holy Spirit. So you want to look after that temple. You want to make sure that it's fit, it is strong. You know, you are God's vessel in this earth. You are his hands, you are his feet on this earth. And so you can only do the work of God if your body is able to do those things that it's supposed to do. Oh my goodness. I'm really feeling this, guys. And so the only way to ensure that it's doing what it's supposed to be doing is to push it to its limits. So let's do our bent over rows. If you're doing a pike push up, then do that. I'm just going to bring that up. Sorry about the sound. This helps to give me a slightly better position than when it's all the way down. It's a bit low on the, if it's all the way down, I find. Ooh. Yeah. So just think, we're doing this so that the gospel is able to get reached into every place. If you don't know yet Jesus, if you don't yet know Jesus, then I'd love to have more of a discussion with you. You can pop it in the chat. You want to find out more about this Jesus that we're talking about. We have this daily devotional called the Rhapsody of Realities. Every day, it's got a beautiful message in it, and it shares the gospel in a nice, easy form. And so I'm going to pop a link to that on my page. And so you're able to read that for yourself every day, and you can become convinced of this message. Maybe you've never heard what Jesus really came to do. You just heard about a good guy called Jesus. But I want to let you know that life is not complete without him. As I said before, the scripture that people like to quote is, bodily exercise profiteth little. But spiritual exercise, that is the thing that's going to bring you life. That is when you have a life with God. Jesus said that I have come that you may have life and have it to the full. And that is the life that he wants you to come into today. Oh, I have some good news for you. We're done. We're done. So we're going to do a little cool down. So that means some stretching. I love me some stretching. I will mention it every time that I love how much I love stretching. That like low-key, I feel like I just do a workout so I get the stretch in. And I really feel like I've deserved the stretch. And then throughout the day, sometimes you'll just be seeing me doing some weird stretches because I love it so much. So we're going to start off just trying to slow that breathing down. Because if you're anything like me, you got the sweat going, you got the heart rate up, it's all going on right now. So we're going to start off by just bringing it all the way down, bringing it up, and then we're going to just breathe. So I'm going to swoop down again. Okay, and then again. And then one final time. Okay, this is good. So we did everything today, so we're going to have to focus on just about everything in our stretch. I'm going to turn my mat around a little bit, so hopefully you're going to be able to see me a little bit better as we're on the mat. Okay, so we're going to start off one leg in front, back leg, and then we're just going to push our hip forward. So you're going to feel this right along that hip flexor. So you just feel it all the way down this part of the leg, right in that sort of groin area. And to deepen that stretch or to get a slightly different stretch, we're going to focus now a little bit on the quads. By doing this, you're going to pull up that back leg. And it's really going to deepen that stretch and go slightly further down into more of your quads. Oh, I can feel it. It's a good burn. It's a good stretch. It's a very good stretch. Okay. And then staying on this leg, we're going to pull this leg, put this leg straight, sitting down onto your back leg. And you're going to feel this all the way up the back of your leg, especially up into your glutes. Oh man. If you've got a really good flexibility here and you're not feeling super tight, you might be able to like sort of really stretch forward, and you might have to like really sit further down into this. This is all that I'm feeling that I can do right now. If you can't go this far down, that's fine. Maybe you're up here and you can still feel it. That's totally fine. Go as deep as you can without feeling painful. So we're just going to switch the legs. You just want to feel the stretch. You don't want it to be painful, right? So again, just bring in that hip forward, pushing your hips forward, feeling that stretch all the way in that hip flexor. Oh, it's good. Feels good. Feels very good. And then we're going to bring up that leg to deepen and slightly adjust that stretch into that quad. I really can't see the time, honestly. I don't have my glasses on. I was going to put my glasses on for this one so I could see the timer better, and I didn't have enough time. So I'm hoping we're not going super far over. Please bear with me if we are. If you need to run, then that's fine. Just try and do a stretch throughout the day. Always good to get a little stretch in. Feels so good. Yeah, so we're just sitting down into that back leg. Oh, I can feel it really. I can feel it really strongly. Oh man. And then, because honestly this is like one of my favorite stretches, we're gonna do this. So keeping our legs like this, I'm just gonna bring this leg and we're going to put it down. So it's a bit of an awkward one. So you're putting it down at a right angle in front of you. It's like a pigeon pose, we call it. And then you're just gonna sit down into it, keeping your chest up, your hips forward, and you're gonna again feel it in your hip flexor, but in a slightly different position, different way. Oh, it's a good stretch. It's gonna be slightly to the side as well. Oh, trust me, we've got some juicy leg days coming up. If you are trying to work on those glutes, trust me, I think it's the next workout that I've arranged is a leg workout. So Tuesday, oh, it's going to be a juicy one. I don't think it's going to require weights like that. If you have weights like the same way that I was using them today, then you can go ahead and use them. If you are thinking about buying some weights, I would recommend that. You can totally go on like Marketplace, Amazon, whatever is best for you. Maybe someone is trying to get rid of some weights. Well, maybe first of all, you should encourage them to, use them, join us in our workouts. And then if they are willing to give you them, then that's fine. You can also just take them. And yeah, go heavier. That is one thing that I would recommend. A lot of the exercises, you see me today, I just used one. You do often need two, but especially, so my ones are like those adjustable ones where you can add like different amounts of weights. I'm just gonna sit down. And then we're gonna just do our stretch to the side like this. Oh, you're gonna feel this all the way down here. Oh, I love this stretch. And yeah, so with mine, because they've got a really long bar, I can honestly, a lot of the time, just use, like if I need to switch the weight halfway through, instead of rolling it off, putting it back on, which can take a lot of time, I just use one hand on either end of the bar, and that works quite well for me. But if you have more weights, that is good. I really want those adjustable ones. If someone wants to buy them from me, I'm totally not against that. Unashamed in my plug here. I just haven't justified the cost yet. So maybe after a few months, I will be like, yeah, it's worth it now. But I also want to be realistic with you guys about using what you've got, what we've got right now. And so sometimes, like when I'm doing a workout, this one, we're just gonna push our chest in front, hands behind our back. You're gonna feel it like in the back of your arm, in the back of your arms, down your triceps, and also in your chest. I just want to be realistic with you guys. I don't have all the fanciest equipment, and I know a lot of you don't, and you're not there yet to want to invest, and that's totally fine. Using what you've got where you are is the best way to start. Once you started, you'll find oh, maybe I can actually do a little bit more. So next, we're going to do our child's pose. So we're going to just be in a little ball. So sit onto your heels. If you need to stretch out your legs a little bit wider, that's totally fine. And then we're just going to bend down and then just tuck our head down. And you're going to feel this in a few different places. Oh, I'm trying to not get my hair so sweaty, but unfortunately, it is looking like it is already sweaty. So really focusing on sitting into your heels, and then also you're going to feel this in like the inside of your armpit by having those arms all stretched out, and like you're really pushing yourself into those heels, and so you're going to feel that stretch all the way up into your armpit. And then we are done. We are done. So thank you everyone for joining. I hope you had a good time. Make sure to leave a comment on how you're feeling, how excited you are for a good leg day. Tell me what your favorite exercise was in this one. And then also what you found the most challenging with this. If you have any questions, maybe you're thinking like, how can I get some weights? How can I make this harder? How can I get a modification to make this easier? Please let me know. I'm trying to make sure that I'm catering to everyone. I want at the end for no matter what level you're at, you to feel a really good burn. So if you're like, I've not moved my body since I was in school, it's fine. I want you to have a good workout. I want you to feel like you can do this. And I don't want you to give up, you know? You can do all things through Christ who gives you strength, amen? So thank you everyone, and make sure to invite someone along to join us on Tuesday. It's gonna be a good one, a good juicy leg day, so make sure to join us then. Thank you so much. Isabel was awkward, like go behind to make sure that the camera is turned off. So I'm just gonna